Pastor, I just want my family to know that they'll be taken care of when I'm gone. If you're in a position to say those words, God be praised. You have been richly blessed by God. And it is a God-pleasing thing to want to take care of your family that's still here on earth while you have beat them to the gates of heaven. How exactly to do so is where it can get to be a little bit tricky. So what we should do is we should look at Scripture and what it has to say, and then think of some practical tips that might help us here. The Apostle Paul, when he's writing to a congregation in Philippi, tells them that he is greatly rejoicing for what the Lord has done for him through them. He says, thank you so much for these gifts. But he also says that it's ultimately something that he's not counting on, and it's something he's not depending on either. Listen to what Paul has to say to the Philippians. He says, I am not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do everything through him who gives me strength. God has asked you to be a steward of his good gifts and abilities, and God is glorified when you want to use some of the blessings that he's given to you to responsibly care for your family. And there's a couple ways that you can do this to ensure that your children and your family are well taken care of after you die. The first thing to do is ensure that they know where they are going. Make sure that they know the way to heaven before they know the latest way to corporate or career success. Number two is that with some of the financial blessings that God has given to you, and whatever you decide that you don't want to set aside for gospel ministry in the future, you could set up in an estate plan or leave behind a legacy gift or plan for giving to other Christian efforts in the future. And if you want some help thinking some of those through, I can help you find some of those too. The third thing is to let them know that they're always going to be dependent on someone. And God is going to be there when they fall. They don't have to take on the world all on their own, and Christ and his promises will be enough strength for now. You know, the best way to leave a legacy for your family and the people that you love the most in this world is to give them a rock-solid foundation that they can't be shaken from. The best way to know that they'll be taken care of when you're in heaven is that they know how you got there, and they know how they're going to get there too.